don't have nothing. I still don't have nothing wrong with Brian Kemp.
Go ahead with your little Kemp self. Your Kemp lover.
I'm just saying he ain't did nothing wrong. I like that
your
one
little
bill.
Kempis.
I like that one bill. The Kempis.
Which one? The one he turned over?
No, the one that
The
he
stand
said
your ground
that,
one that he said.
Yeah.
Because then he just passed the one
I
where he
like
said,
that one.
no.
The stand
Citizens arrest.
the
Stand your ground is
citizen
still a
arrest.
law.
Yeah.
It's still a law.
I think stand your ground should be a law when it applies to me.
The problem is.
Crowd is live.
Girl, but they have on their masks because not everybody is vaccinated.
It's true.
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court.
Yeah.
Now, we're still not canceled.
For now.
But for now, episode 6, YouTube has taken it down. So we're not certain if we're going to be canceled, but welcome to episode 7. I'm your host, Marsha Mignot. And with me is my co-diva who comes with a disclaimer.
Just Dana. Troll Queen.
Smith, that would be. Remember her government name, please. We are not responsible for the things we say.
Or believe in half of the things we say either.
Well, you can believe in everything I say, even though you believe half of what she
be
says.
spinning. She be spinning.
We don't have the rights to anything we're going to talk about.
Or are we liable for your feelings?
This is for what? Edutainment purposes only.
So if your feelings do get hurt, build a bridge and get over it.
Now look out for episodes every Wednesday. Don't miss them. They're going to be on YouTube. That's assuming YouTube don't take them down.
Look out for episode 6. I'm telling you, it was so hot.
It was so hot that YouTube
so
couldn't
hot.
take it. You just got to see it. Tell all your friends. Go find episode.
Yes.
Matter of fact, write YouTube a letter. I don't know who you write it to, but just write them a letter. And tell YouTube episode 6 of Diva Court needs to be released immediately. In fact, if you want to use legal terms, say instanter.
I like it.
Please look for our episodes.
I guess they like that too.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
Google Podcasts.
Yes.
And catch our videos on YouTube.
And you can actually hear episode 6 on the podcast.
Yeah.
Audio.
So you don't have to see the video. You can actually hear episode 6 if you go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify. And don't forget our sponsor, Hey Curl. Don't forget your Diva code. If you go in there and you buy any product from Hey Curl, you will get a Diva code 10% discount. So enter Diva 10 for your 10% discount and go to Diva Court. Go to
HeyCurl.shop.
There you go. There you go. Hey, somebody got to know the sponsor.
And
around here.
subscribe.
Subscribe. But it's heycurl.shop.
Yes.
Diva 10 is your code. I am not working because I'm taking a mental health day.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Naomi Osaka.
I wish I would have known about taking a mental health day.
Put your hands together for Naomi. I'm glad she did. She said, ladies and gentlemen, I need a mental health day. And the French Open says, no. Black women don't get mental health days. Just like y'all used to have to go out there in the cotton fields. You get out there on that tennis court right now because we don't care about your mental health. All we care about is the media has some dumb questions they want to ask you, and we would like you to answer them. How do you feel about winning? Really? Is that your question? Why?
That's your question.
Why should Naomi have to answer dumb questions?
It's part of the job is what they say. According to Stephen A. said it's a part of the job. You get out there. There's a lot of things that we don't want to do, but you got to get out there and do it anyways.
So you going with Stephen?
You know what?
No,
like you
that's
really,
a no. Is that a no?
No, what I was going to say is I really can't have an opinion on her because mine is just a little bit biased. And now that she done dropped, she had needed a mental health day, which people do need. I'm not saying people don't need it. I'm a little sour on her.
Why are you sour on my girl, Naomi?
Because I feel like she should have represent Haiti in the Olympics, but that's a whole different topic to what we're talking about. So I feel slighted. And so
So who does she represent in the Olympics? Let's tell the listeners.
Japan. So it's just like, I just don't.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Don't people cling to their moms instead of their dads?
That is true. I believe that to be true.
So could that have been her decision saying, you know what, my mom is from Japan and I'm gonna support my mom this time. If I get another opportunity, I'll support my dad next
She's
time.
a strong Japanese woman who had a bad mental health day, and I give that to her. Like, we all need to take a break.
You know what? Every time I saw even a football player in the past that gets an opportunity, or most people, when they get an opportunity for 15 minutes of fame and there's a camera going, what do they always say? Hi, Mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Most people don't say hi, Dad.
I mean, again, I understand it, but I'm always team for the culture. So I would have loved to see her represent Haiti, especially with everything that Haiti has been going through. That would have just brought attention to Haiti because she is the biggest star right now. So Haiti needs love, and that would have brought attention to Haiti. So that's why I was like, I was a little sour about that. But she's a Japanese woman, and I have to respect that. And she's going out there, and she is representing them. I don't know if she's doing it now. Hopefully she'll have enough time to be prepared and have a good mental health break.
But I agree with her though.
Yeah.
I'm not your slave.
Yeah.
So if I'm having mental health issues and you want to fine me $15,000 per I'm not talking to your media to answer your silly questions, I'm just not going to come to work.
But that's the thing. Like, that comes with the silly questions, how do you feel about winning? All of those things.
Does it come with it though?
It comes with the territory.
How does that benefit the fans, or how does it benefit the product or the game?
Well, before Instagram and Facebook, you didn't have that connection with celebrities and athletes. So if you're into those particular arenas and you like those different people, that's your channel to get to know them a little bit better.
So didn't everybody lose with the fact that the best player out there right now is not playing? Wouldn't it have been better to say, okay, we're not going to fine her. We're going to give her some space. We're going to make an exception because one size doesn't fit all. And we're going to, interview her. We're going to talk to her people. We're going to find out and get to the bottom of what's going on with her because we care about her as a person, not just her as a product.
Oh, you thought they cared. That's cute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And the other thing is that I was listening to a interview that she was having. Serena actually spoke on her behalf and was saying that she was already suffering with anxiety and speaking to the media.
Right.
Some people are not really that good with speaking to bigger audiences.
No, public speaking.
Exactly.
It's very traumatizing for some people.
Initially, that's where the issue lied, because they just thought that, she just don't like to speak to the media because she's scared of the public, public speaking. So I don't know if they knew the depths of what that issue was, because it's farther than just being afraid of speaking to the
because remember, we're all coming out of COVID. Some people are struggling
Yeah.
with, interactions again and getting back on that train that was going so fast until we all had to sit down for a second.
Yeah.
And I think that could play a role in why she's saying, hey, I'm suffering from COVID. Nobody got to the bottom of what's going on with this young lady. And teenagers, I'm glad she stood up for herself, because there are teenagers across this country that are also suffering from mental health issues, that are trying to reach out to someone to say, hey, can you help me? And everybody is so dismissive of it, because as long as capitalism is connected to it and I'm not making my money, then I'm not really concerned about what's going on with you.
Yeah. Well, I'll be concerned when she when she represents Haiti in the Olympics. Maybe she'll do it next time.
So you're saying that your biased concerns, your concerns only kick in when it's a country of color that's being represented? Are you saying Japan is not a country of color?
No, I didn't say that. I just said I will be concerned when the people of Haiti are given the attention that they deserve. That's what I'm saying.
So is it square on her shoulders? There's nobody else that was famous that was from Haiti?
That
could have
squared
taken
on her shoulders. Yeah. Just like
why would that be fair? She's so young.
Wyclef, he represents Haiti. He does stuff for the community. The things that
he's older. He's not having a mental health issue. He's not in the middle of a stressful competition. Right. Why can't he go out there and
That's what I'm saying.
Haiti?
Like, as he is, he's doing it.
Then she don't need to save Haiti if he is.
She's on a bigger scale. Like, she has.
Wyclef is on a big scale, honey.
He's on a big scale, but he's not. I mean, don't nobody in Japan know who he is.
Well, here's the good news. quiet as kept. Most people thought Wycliffe was from Jamaica,
I did too.
including me.
I
And
did
that's
too.
because he rode that to stardom. That's my opinion. I think he realized that Jamaicans were popular, and in New York, it was popular to be Jamaican at that time. So he was like, okay, you don't think I'm from Haiti? I'm from Jamaica then. I won't clarify. Now, I didn't lie, but I won't clarify. You see how that rhymes?
I didn't know that he was Haitian until I think
I think it was a
he ran for
documentary or
president,
something.
I
Something
think
happened.
he ran for president
He
of
did?
Haiti. Yeah, he did.
Wow, I didn't know that.
He didn't win though.
Of course not. They say you're an American. You're not Haitian. You see how that works? Divide and then conquer. Can't win. But I don't agree with Stephen and the, I had a mental health day and, today is June 1st. And his commentary was about how June 1st is a tough day for him and he goes to work when he doesn't feel like it. I find that was insensitive.
He's a panderer. He always panders to anything that is of controversy.
You don't think he panders to the money? Because I
Yeah.
don't honestly
He wasn't
believe
even down for the Colin Kaepernick thing too. So anything he says, I'm like, ugh.
he didn't even, he was talking about, his commentary was, it's June 1st and today's the anniversary, the fourth
Of his
anniversary
mother's death.
of my mother's death.
Yes.
But I'm still here speaking about this
He's
situation.
such a strong man.
You think he's a strong man?
That was sarcasm.
I just think he built a bridge and got over his mother's death.
That was sarcasm. That was sarcasm.
I honestly think that if he were really choken up or emotionally distraught regarding his mother's the death of his mother's, or the fourth anniversary of his mother's death, that he would not have appeared on that show.
I agree.
Because there are plenty of opportunities in
He
my
tried to
life.
look tired though when he was looking all
Oh,
tired.
is that what that was?
I'm having a bad
Mental health day today.
but I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here for the check. Thank
Get
you.
outta here.
Checkmate.
Check, please.
Sir.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he had some mental health days and 6 days in
And
that
did not
contract.
show up.
And could have
And
been
didn't
paid
show
for
up.
them days. So come on.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Get out of here. We support her, and I am glad she has spoken out, and
Yes.
I'm hoping she gets the time she needs. And I'm glad she said, if you don't have good work ethic and you're not going to treat your employees well, French Open, I'm closed. Give it up for Naomi. Good girl.
You don't even know her last name.
Osaka.
Oh, okay. I was testing you.
Oh, Lord, I passed.
It's like Avatar. It sounds like one of
NFL,
Avatar names.
NFL. What does NFL stand for?
Niggas forget life. Because you ain't about to have it if you play in the NFL.
Race norming. Have you ever heard that term?
I have.
Race norming. Okay, people, tell our listeners what race norming means.
So race norming is a set of criteria that includes like your race and your social economic capabilities and potential. And it's just a list of things that are based on just sociology that they determine whether in this particular case, whether you should get a check cut to you if you had a concussion that has affected your life drastically.
Now that is sad.
Sad
The
and pathetic.
NFL is participating in race norming. What that means is there's controversy. If you're white, you're smarter because you have a better cognitive level and you start off at a smarter rate. So when we test where you are cognitively, we can say you deserve a check because you were very, very smart when you started and now you're not. We can see the mental effects of the NFL and concussions and the blows that have occurred. So the NFL is going to cut you a check so that you and your family can be taken care of. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're black. So black people, because you start off at a lower cognitive level, you really haven't been injured from that concussion.
You were just already dumb.
Dumb.
It's terrible.
Is that
It's
horrible?
so terrible.
Is that horrible or what?
Oh my God.
You
And
were
then,
dumb, so you don't get a check. So it's not disability.
You know, they say, why you so angry? But just things like this just make you so,
It does.
it just
does.
infuriates you. It's like, there's no breaks. And then you know what else makes me upset? Is that when I saw the reporter who reported the show, I can't believe this is happening. Remove the veil. Stop saying, I hate it when people always say, regardless if they're reporting it or they know somebody experienced it, it's like, it's always a.
Are you
"I
saying that
can't
because the reporter
believe."
was white?
Just, I don't even know if it was.
Do you think if he was black, you would still be incensed?
I don't think he would have said that.
Yeah, you would.
I don't think he would have been like, I can't believe the NFL is doing this.
If he's on Fox, he would be surprised. You know, the black people on Fox are surprised.
No,
They can't believe racism exists.
Juan, I don't know his last name, is on Fox, and he stands firm on his beliefs.
He's on the fence.
No, he stands firm.
Okay,
He's
so
a
he
firm
talks about
statement.
racial stuff.
Yeah, he always.
And he's being honest and
he's being
candid.
honest,
He's
yes.
not surprised about when
He's
told.
been on Fox for a long time, and he's probably the only one who just is consistently
candid about it.
yes. But anytime something racist happens and you say you're an ally and you say stuff like I can't believe, it's just, to me, you're really not an ally. You're just going through the motions.
You think it's hypocrisy?
I think it's, I don't know if it's hypocrisy, because I don't honestly think that they're saying it
Disingenuously?
yes.
I think he honestly is clueless.
It's clueless,
Wow.
right? It just is
It's
not
oblivious
there.
to him.
It's oblivious. So you really can never be an ally because you don't know systematic racism when it's slapping you in the face. So then after me saying, "Oh, I felt like that was a little racist," and I say it every time, you're gonna always think that, "Oh, you see everything as racist," and now you don't want to be bothered with me because I see racism in everything, whereas there's
Because it is
racism
in
in everything. You know.
That's what we mean by systemic.
Exactly.
Systems are
So
designed.
I hate it when you're an ally. I don't believe in allies. So that's just my thing.
Why you don't believe in allies?
Because I feel it's disingenuous.
So I'm not an ally?
You in the black community, you are
So I
black.
can't be an ally?
When I
Well,
say
I'm a victim.
when I
Ma'am,
say,
victims are not allies.
listen, you need to be
You're a victim. We're in this boat together.
I don't
We're not
believe
an
in-
ally?
because ally is just used so
Loosely.
loosely. Like, I date a black man, I'm an ally. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, oh, I got black friends, I'm an ally. No, what works have you put behind your...
So you say you cannot describe yourself as an ally
Yes.
unless you are daily or consistently. Let me not say
consistent,
daily.
not daily. I'm not daily. So
So
consistently.
consistently doing something
That can-
about the change that's necessary and
Yes.
the systemic racism
Yes.
that may exist anywhere you see it.
Anywhere you see it.
You are alert. You're on alert.
Yes.
So
And
if
it
you
does-
go to the Starbucks
Uh-huh.
and you're a white female with black children and you see a black female standing there in front of you and the barista comes and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you?"
Right.
And looks right around the black woman, you're supposed to say, "Oh, no. She was in line first."
Exactly.
Okay.
Or when you
I can
at
subscribe.
work and a grown man, a white man, comes to you, doesn't like what you said, and what you said really wasn't offensive, and he says F you, and you're the only black woman there, and no one says, like, "Oh, you shouldn't have said that."
So allies in that situation should have
Yes.
approached and said, "No, sir, that's wrong.
Right. And it's not
Don't
because
come
of-
to my defense, but just point it out to him
point it
that that's
out.
inappropriate."
And I'm not even saying that what he said was racist, but because it could come off as if I see it's only white people in this room and a white man tells me F you. And no one says anything, but you say you're an ally.
So do you think they would have said something if it were a white woman that he had said it to?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a fair answer.
I don't know. But I do know that
So if they didn't say anything then, would they be an ally?
they're not an ally for women.
Okay.
That's why I don't believe in allies.
Okay.
Because with me, if I seen a man, you know what I'm saying, getting aggressive with a woman, I'm like, "Excuse me, sir. Come on, we're not gonna do that." Just naturally. It's
So
natural.
allies come in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
Yes.
And regarding anything that's discriminatory, whether
Right.
sex discrimination
Sex.
or race discrimination,
Race.
those are allies.
Those are allies.
Okay, so do you believe in those people that jump in? Are they allies?
And what people that jumped in.
The people that jump in, the people who would say, "I'm going to come to your rescue."
Yes.
Sir, that's
those-
inappropriate. Those are allies.
those are allies.
So you can't say blanketly you don't believe in allies.
I don't believe, when I say it, I'm saying it in a sense
You
of
don't believe everyone who claims.
everybody. I see it on Facebook. I'm an ally. Black Lives Matter. But let me put my Black Lives Matter flag over my face on Facebook. Oh, they gonna know now. Or
So you say not everybody who went was sent.
it's like, come on with all that. Like, stop. I mean, I have worked with white people who say, I hate white people. I just don't like white people. It's like,
Stop that.
Stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
don't go that far.
Stop.
You just have to love
It's
everybody.
just, it's like that all lives matter. It's just so, get over it. Like, I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
I'm just not here for it.
But you know what? I absolutely think that the NFL has wronged these people financially, that they should go back, because Kaepernick lost his job because he was protesting on a knee
But
regarding racial discriminatory
injustice.
acts
Racial
in the NFL, and they were engaged
in the middle,
in racial discrimination,
in the middle of it,
in determining who gets concussion compensation or disability. And they had the nerve to say, we're going to blackball you, Kaepernick, and we're going to have you seated on the bench. And you were the best at the time.
Yeah.
They should apologize to him. And in fact, they should give him back pay. I think they should pay him for all the years they made him sit, now that this has come out, that they actually were engaged in racist conduct in terms
I think he
of the
already
NFL.
settled his lawsuit.
Against the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Well,
kudos to you, Kaepernick.
You didn't
you
hold
win.
out
You
long.
win. You didn't have to hurt yourself. You could have gotten a concussion and they
That's
wouldn't have given you
true.
any money.
That's true.
They would have said,
That's true.
you were dumb
but
already.
you know what the crazy thing is? Because, like, it's twofold. If you know the organization is not for you and it's for your demise. I mean, unless you play certain roles like the kicker, you're going to face some type of injury that can be beyond just, aches and pains, but mental
catastrophic.
Like, hit them where their money at. When the NFL, when the black players decide that they had enough, they can simply shut that down. And they can all gather together and create their own league. Just like Ice Cube, he has his own basketball league. He has this 3-on-3 basketball league that is doing very well. You can start your own. You don't have to work for someone who does not have your best interest at heart.
Well, what if you've already created all these financial binds that you put yourself in? The $1 trillion house,
Well, then
and
go
the
ahead and
$1 zillion car. Then
it
you'll
is
be a
what it
slave
is.
to that job.
It is what it is, yeah. So you got to stand up for yourself or be a slave to the money. That's it. That's the story of everybody's life.
That's true.
Every day. It's either
thousandaires, hundredaires, or millionaires.
it's the same struggle. It's the same struggle.
Got to go back to work because you bought that
So,
new car that you
at
cannot
the-
afford.
At the end of the day, you got to figure out what's more important.
That's true.
Yeah. And I feel like the guys who came prior to this report coming out, I can understand how and why everybody was in it. But now that y'all know this, they did this to y'all on purpose. Now that you know NFL players, what y'all gonna do?
Well, they're fighting. They're fighting.
No. I'm just saying, like,
Oh,
if
are
it's-
they going to boycott? You
what,
mean,
what-
are we
right?
going
What are you gonna do? Because maybe they fixed this, but what else are they not fixing? Like, is your check smaller than someone else because they think you're cognitively not as intelligent as this person?
That's true. That's true.
Like, what else?
But you know what? You have an agent. Your agent is supposed to make sure you get signed on fairly.
They had a lawyer.
Based on your.
They had a lawyer.
Based on your. Well, they.
They
sure
had a
did.
lawyer.
But what did he do? He apologized. Didn't he say, "I'm sorry"? I
The
am so
lawyer was
sorry.
team NFL. The lawyer was team NFL.
Is that a conflict?
And then, do you know, he said, you know what? I'm going to go back and represent them.
I'm gonna fix it.
I'm going to fix it.
But you know, you got to kudos to somebody who wants to fix it.
And
He could have justified it. And I've seen situations where people were wrong and they were exposed and they still doubled down and said, no, we think it was fair then. And even though we're changing it now, we don't take liability or responsibility for anything. We're not sorry. We just think that we should change how we do it.
But this is what I'm saying about an ally, because his response was, now that I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know about Black history and what Black people went through. I didn't say I had to go through it, but I knew. When did you find this out? Like, before or
once this
after
was
the
exposed.
contract? Before or after the settlement?
After, because
after.
I wasn't seeing race then. I was seeing dollar signs.
And that's what I'm talking
My
about,
vision
ally.
was clouded by dollar signs.
Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about, ally.
That's what he heard.
Cha-ching. But so my thing is that going back, why would I want to hire you? Why would I want to hire you?
Because it's better to keep the man who's made the $1 million mistake than to hire the one that hasn't made his yet.
Should he do it for free?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think he was gonna do it for free?
Probably not. He's gonna say, You can say,
these
sir.
hours
No.
are
You
billable.
represented me regarding this issue before. But guess what? The doctor don't give you. The doctor don't give you your money back. The doctor doesn't give you your money back.
Let me say this: malpractice.
Ooh.
Go
You
there.
could file a claim.
They could file a claim because he admitted it on TV.
He did admit.
Oh, we should sue.
Maybe
I don't know how.
You got to call the.
We need to call one
Hey.
person.
Can the NFL hear us? Not the NFL, the players.
The players,
Hey, if you've
yes.
been wronged, give us a call. He probably has good malpractice
He
insurance
probably
too.
got good. Not only can you get that check, you can also get that check.
We can go after him and
Yes, you
say, guess what? That's a conflict of interest.
Yes, he did.
He did not look out for the player's interest. He looked out for the NFL's interest.
I know you like
What?
this. You a litigation
Absolutely.
queen.
Let's go for it. Give us a call. That's called 770-621-5499. The Mignot Law Group, Diva Court now. We Diva Courting it today, but we can help you with that. Give us a call. We'll check it out for free. Free consultations at the
Yes.
Mignot Law Group. Can Victor be free?
No.
Victor Hill, the Clayton County Sheriff, has been suspended by Governor Kemp based on his federal charges for doing his job,
You
which
know
is
what?
restraining inmates who try to escape.
Anytime there's something good, they always trying to put a good man down.
I tell you.
The
Okay.
powers that be are trying to, is it the Illuminati? I don't know. It's somebody. The Illuminati coming for him. It's somebody looking for Victor.
This situation is associated with Governor Kemp.
No,
by law-
you're not going to do that.
Okay.
Don't say
so you don't want to blame
associated.
Kemp?
No,
You don't
you're
wanna
not.
blame
We
Kemp?
can't blame. We can't
Why-
blame Kemp.
He's the governor. The buck stops
He
at
did
the
not
top.
make the statute that says once you get indicted, you automatically have to have an investigation.
Right. But I'm not talking about his investigation. The law also says
Mm-hmm.
that after you investigate and you've reached an agreement
Mm-hmm.
and you've come to a conclusion as to whether or not, because remember, he does not have to be suspended.
Mm-hmm.
The group or the board that is selected. Now,
Mm-hmm.
get this, people. There's 159 counties in Georgia. They selected 3 sheriffs. They get a choice of 2 sheriffs, right? 2 sheriffs get to be selected on this panel. So you have the governor and 2 sheriffs, right?
No, it's the attorney general. And
So the
2
attorney
sheriffs.
general and 2 sheriffs.
And
get to
I'm
talk
pretty
about
sure
this.
the attorney general selected the sheriff.
Okay, so we have Carr, who's the attorney general
Correct.
in Georgia, and 2 sheriffs that get selected.
And Carr was an elected official, so Brian Kemp did not,
He didn't give Carr his job. He didn't give
there you
Carr his
go.
job.
So
All
Brian
right? So
Kemp
we're going to
is
make that
separate
clear.
and apart.
Brian Kemp is separate and apart. He was elected by the people, and so was Carr elected by the people.
Correct.
All right? So now you have Carr, the attorney general for the state of Georgia, along with 2 sheriffs. We picked 2 from 159 counties. Let's talk about where Clayton County is situated.
They're from Clayton
It is
County?
in a metro area, right? So you have Clayton, Fulton, DeKalb, Cobb. You have Gwinnett. You have Fayette. These
Henry.
are all. You have Henry. These are 7 at least. Okay, 7 counties in close proximity to each other, if you want to call it the metro area, right? And they select 2 from where? Egypt. Y'all could tell me where you think in Egypt they got them from, but they got them from Egypt. Okay,
Florida, Georgia
So-
line. They get
They
the
got
Florida
2
radio
sheriffs.
stations.
2 sheriffs. Okay, and they decided that a remember now, it's supposed to be confidential. Everything is supposed to be confidential after that. So governor has the law. He
Hold
has
on.
the law on his side. He
I
gets
bet
to
you.
determine.
I bet you one of them sheriffs is probably close to like the Alabama line, and the other one like the Tennessee line.
Okay.
ahead.
So
Continue.
we got 2 sheriffs, 159 counties. I think the state of Georgia has the most counties too. So we're in a state that has the most counties, 159. And we made sure we didn't pick any that were in close proximity to Clayton County, because they might know Victor Hill and they might like him and they might do what's fair, because they know that the conduct that he's been accused of doing, the criminal conduct that he's been accused of doing, is not a crime.
criminal.
Okay?
It's not a
Not
criminal.
only, and if it were a crime, it would be Victor Hill being held accountable for the acts of third parties. Because the allegation is not that Victor Hill restrained anyone in his jail, but that his employees restrained someone. So that would be a charge against the entire sheriff's department
Right.
Completely. That makes it a civil action.
Right.
And this should be a civil rights violation that you file a civil suit in federal court against the Clayton County. But they're like, no. We really want this black man's freedom.
Listen, they ain't charging him with assault.
No, they didn't charge him with that.
assault.
They didn't charge him with that.
Right.
So violation of their civil rights is
Right.
what they charge him
But
with.
what I'm saying is that why are you getting indicted and you didn't?
Because I can't be charged with assaulting you when I never touched
Exactly.
you. I can't be charged with simple battery of you when I didn't touch you.
Exactly.
And I can't be charged for the criminal conducts of another
other people.
person. So let's get around it and let's play intellectual dishonesty.
Because if that
with
was
the
the
law.
case, if Trump told someone to go, I
Hey,
can.
Trump is not charging that insurrection.
He's not charged.
January 6th. Hey, y'all
told
gonna
him to
see.
go.
And he was, not only that, he was talking weeks before the January 6th date. Oh, wait till y'all see this. This is hyping it up.
And Donald Trump's son said, "Go to their houses, knock on the doors.
Hey, go.
If you
Go,
if
go,
you
go.
don't take care of it, we gonna come for you."
Go do it. Go.
And they went.
I'll meet you there is what he
And
said.
he didn't get charged.
Right?
Junior
Cherokee
didn't get charged.
County is who they used, and Berks County are the two sheriffs that he used. All right, our producer just gave us that. Cherokee County, thank you, producer. Cherokee County and
Ooh.
Berks County.
Cherokee County is that county where the guy was from that shot up the Asian.
No, that's where the sheriff said he was having a bad day when
Yes,
he killed 8 Asian
that's that
people.
sheriff.
Okay, that's
that sheriff
the
people.
county. That's the county where the sheriff made an excuse for the young white man who killed all the people at the Asian spas and said he was having a bad day.
Yeah.
But my point is that Victor Hill is improperly charged. But let's get back to Governor Kemp in this investigation. So the law says Governor Kemp has to, does not have a choice. So we can't talk about Victor's race as it pertains to that because the governor has no choice. The law says he must impanel and he must go forward with a hearing to determine whether or not Victor Hill should be suspended.
Right.
So we know that is all lawful and we know it has to occur regardless of the race of the individual.
Right.
What is supposed to be confidential is the proceedings. That would be like a grand jury proceedings, which is supposed to be confidential. The defendant is not allowed to be there. The defendant's attorney is not allowed to be there. They don't get to put up any evidence as it pertains to the grand jury proceedings.
Right.
Similar proceedings here. Victor Hill is not allowed to be present. His attorney is not allowed to be present. They're not allowed to put up any evidence as to whether or not he should not be suspended. So the proceedings are supposed to be confidential. The report that they came up with and their decision regarding suspending him was leaked.
Right.
So his attorney, Drew Finland, everybody knows Drew, Cardi B's lawyer, has a problem. Because now he's saying it's leaked. Potential jurors can see it.
Right.
Potential jurors can see what they said regarding it, the facts about how they came up with it. And now you've tainted the jury pool to the place where my client can't even get a fair trial.
Right.
So he wants Governor Kemp to investigate the circumstances behind who leaked it. And I say charges should drop.
I would agree.
Now let's see what Governor Kemp does with that.
Now, if Governor Kemp does not allow for an investigation, I will have nothing positive to say about him.
Oh, you coming off
after
the Kemp
today.
train and the Kemp juice. She says she is not drinking any more Kemp juice if he doesn't do
Kemp
the right
juice.
thing. Okay? This Kempist sitting here as a diva.
I'm not a Kempist. I'm just saying I just judge situations in moments, like in moments of time. If he does something I don't like, then we gonna judge it. If he does something that I do like, then we gonna judge it. So that's what I'm saying.
So let's judge our brother, Governor Kemp. I think it was inappropriate for it to be leaked. I think that he's done some good things, as you've stated.
Yes.
His stand your ground, self-defense. You understand? In fact, he overturned the citizen's arrest.
Yes, citizens arrest.
So he got rid of citizen's arrest.
Yeah, we don't need to get rid of
He
stand your ground.
repealed that. Stand your ground still is a defense
Yes.
in Georgia because we're using it. I was on Court TV this last Friday with Vinnie Politan, and I covered a segment about this young man who is William Marcus Wilson. William Marcus Wilson is a young black male who has been charged in Statesboro, Georgia, with killing a young female, white female, who was in the back of a pickup truck that was...
Was she like sitting in the truck bed?
No, she was in the back seat, so I think it has a
Okay.
cab. You
The
know, you have the
cabin. Okay.
cab, and she was in the cab and sitting in the area. You know where the glass is. And
Yeah.
the bullet
Okay.
went through that area and hit her in the head, and of course killed her. Right, because she's sitting. She's one of the middle passengers, according to the
Okay.
reports. She's middle
And the
passenger.
bullet went through the windshield.
Yeah, no, not the windshield. Through the back of it. She's sitting in the back. So you have the driver, you have the passenger in the front. She's one of the 3 passengers in the back of the pickup. But they're trying to run them off the road. So there's a game of chicken being
So
played.
his car was in front of theirs.
The pickup truck, it's a back and forth because remember the pickup is trying to run the car off the road. So
Okay.
when the pickup exceeds the
Oh, so they're
defendant's
like
vehicle,
this. They're not like this or like this.
no,
They're
no,
like
no,
this.
they're
Okay.
neck and neck, and according to the reports, the pickup is trying to run Marcus's car off the road because he has a white girlfriend, and according to them, the incident started at a Taco Bell where the white young man called Marcus's girlfriend, who was white, a nigger lover. Right. So that started the altercation. They get in their car, they're leaving. These guys, of course, alcohol is involved because beer cans are associated with the allegations that the young white males were drinking and that they were drunk. And because those young teens were drunk, of course, they want to start a problem and they wouldn't back off. And so the situation escalates.
Right.
And it escalates to Marcus taking out the gun that he had in the car. And he was like, according to his attorneys and his defense, is stand your ground. So stand your ground still exists in Georgia, not citizen's arrest. So you still can argue stand your ground. Now, the Georgia statute permits a Georgian to use deadly force in a situation where they think their life, the life of another, or property is a felony is going to ensue. Right. So if you're about to commit a felony against me or my family members or a friend or another human being or my property, under the stand your ground statute in Georgia, you're permitted to use deadly force. So that's going to be his defense in this case. That's going to go forward in Statesboro. His trial is coming up. What I have a problem with his case is he's being held without bond, yet the Kenosha young white male who used an assault rifle to kill 2 people, right? Shot 3 people and killed 2 people. He's not a threat to the community. He's out on some $1 million bond. And this guy, Wilson.
Is this in Georgia, the Kenosha one?
No, Kenosha is the young man who had the assault rifle. Remember the young man who had the assault rifle cross state lines to go do Black Lives Matter defense.
In Wisconsin.
Right,
Okay.
in Wisconsin, in Kenosha, Wisconsin. That young man is out on $1 million bond, although he killed 2 people. You understand? And now we have Marcus sitting in custody the entire time asking for a bond. Never been arrested before. No criminal history. No nothing. In fact, Marcus's mom is white and his dad is black. And his sister has been doing interviews and saying, had my brother not been black, he would have been able to argue stand your ground and they would have let him out. And I guess it's true because when you look at Ahmaud Arbery's case, that's what they said to the police when the police came and they were not arrested. It was 3 months later. You know what I'm saying? Arrested. It's 3 months later in Ahmaud Arbery when Ahmaud's mom kept saying, y'all got to get to the bottom of this. This is not right. I know my son wouldn't have gone out there trying to do anything to anybody.
Well, here's the thing. The truth of the matter is that until we recognize that inequality exists, when you decide to pull your weapon out, just know you're going to jail. Period. Like you can't. Like if I
no, but that's not fair. That's not fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Let me tell you why it's not fair.
It's not fair. But
does Marcus have to wait until they shoot into his car?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to pull my gun. I'm going to jail tonight. Just already know.
So when you're black, just know you're gonna be arrested.
And it's not gonna change. Like you're gonna go to jail. You might not get a bond. You're gonna sit there, and then hopefully you get a great jury trial. But if you're gonna sit there and try to take over and fight your way out of it and try to save your life, then you probably gonna be found guilty. So it's either save your life or die. And that's the choice. So go to jail or die.
So you're saying that black people only have 2 choices. Let them kill you. Yeah. Don't defend yourself. Mm-hmm. Or kill them. Yeah. Or defend yourself.
Yeah.
And go to prison. Jail.
Yeah.
I'm not subscribing to that.
It's not even that I think it's right. It's just every case we talk about, it's the same scenario, just different.
But you know what?
places.
The good news though is, I have to find the silver lining in this mess because it really is a mess.
Where is it at?
The silver lining is we're talking about it. And some people who never believed that it existed before have now had to acknowledge that it exists. And I know change doesn't come overnight. And the reason it doesn't come overnight is because even Rosa Parks had to say, I'm not getting off this bus and I'm not getting out my seat.
She went to jail.
That's my point. So somebody's got to go to jail.
You gotta
so
go
that
to
somebody
jail.
doesn't go to jail.
Exactly.
But the point I'm trying to make is that the people who are beneficiaries, the black people who are beneficiaries, or the people of color who are beneficiaries of the people in the past who have gone to jail, need to stop disrespecting the sacrifices those people made with their lives to make sure that your life today would be better. And I have witnessed people of color, and sometimes they're of Caribbean descent, sometimes they're of Indian descent, sometimes they're Asian, disrespecting the price that blacks and people of color paid back in the day, the 60s, the 50s, the 70s,
the 90s,
with their lives,
the thousands,
okay, to make sure that you can go to law school, to make sure you can be a doctor, to make sure you can be protected from discrimination. So don't discount it, okay?
Don't discount it.
Don't discount it.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, back then, Martin Luther King knew that we're going to jail.
And he knew I'm going to die.
They know. I'm going to die. We're going to jail.
But he sacrificed himself.
We have to understand that. Already have your bail money ready. If you have a gun legally, have your bail money already ready. If I know that I'm with my daughters and some 3 white men are trying to attack me and I pull out my gun to shoot them, I'm already going to be like, hey, I'm everybody just already know. Come get these girls. I'm going to jail.
That's
I'll probably
called.
be in there.
It's better to be tried by 12 than carried by 6.
So all I'm saying is that it's. I'm not surprised. I'm not appalled. I'm just numb to it.
No. I can't get numb. It's 2021 and I can't get numb because I know that a lot of people have died, and I know that I've gone in the trenches, and I know that if I had become numb, that I couldn't have helped some of the people that I did help. You know what I'm saying?
When I say numb, it's more so like, I already know I'm going in there. I'm already prepared to be there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not numb as far
not
as
numbing. I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. But numbing my expectations is that this is exactly how it's going to go.
Listen, if I get out, I'm like, oh, hey.
That's you go in.
And that's why. That's why when
you come out, you're like, woo.
Let me tell you, that's why when I'm saying when I was in and I got it out and I was like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
fantastic.
That's exactly.
I survived.
But if I would have stayed in there, damn this black skin. I would be like, girl, you in here. You in here. We up in here. Listen, 1 out of 4 black men go to jail. You won.
1 out of 4 innocent black men go to jail.
You won. And obviously men, meaning men and women, you know.
Men and women, thank you.
1
out of 4 innocent black men and women.
And women go to jail. You in there.
So,
like,
hey.
It's a rite of passage. If you ain't been to jail, you ain't black.
That is
real.
true. You don't want to defend.
If you ain't been to jail, you ain't black. Like Joe Biden. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
You know what? I'm a pause on that one because I can't help her. Now that
wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
You ain't black. Marsha been to
said,
jail. She
look,
all the way black.
She said she was numb, and I'm numb now. I'm numb to her and the Biden issues. And
Marsha been to jail.
And the Kamala issues.
She is a freedom fighter. Listen.
I'm a freedom fighter. Trust me.
Yes.
And there is no shame to my game. I've been there, and I've been more than once.
I'm waiting for my next stint.
You hear that? Do you hear that?
Drop them bombs on them.
And I have no objection because you know what? I had a good law professor.
I was about to say you had a good experience. I was about to say I had a really good experience too.
No.
I was like, I was praying for the people.
I'm not
I felt like when I was in there and they put the shackles on your legs, like that shit
you had
is
shackles
real.
on your legs?
Yes.
No, I didn't have shackles on my
legs. I had
legs.
the whole shackles. Then I was like, this is what
I'm sorry. I had the
felt
privileged treatment.
Well, I'm sorry. I had you didn't have the real black experience then. You had black lights.
When I say whoa,
you had biracial.
I mean
you had the
whoa.
biracial experience. I had shackles on my legs. I was able to feel the heaviness, and when I was walking, and it just was like it was real.
No. I didn't have the shackles. So I had the cuffs.
Anytime that you went.
They didn't
wait,
have to
how
do
many
my
times
feet.
did you go?
I've been more than once.
Okay.
You
so
only been
in no
once.
time did you
only
ever
been
had
once.
shackles?
Not on my feet.
Never.
Not on my feet. No.
Oh my gosh.
No. I've only had the cuffs on my hands. Only on my hands.
Them cuffs ain't comfortable.
Well, they don't have to be tight. I mean, they're not comfortable because they're metal.
Yeah.
But mine weren't like tight. No Chauvin had me going into custody. Chauvin didn't take me into custody.
I told him, like, don't you Sandra Bland me. And the police was like, we won't. The black guy was like, we won't, I promise.
No, but you know what? I'm gonna get back to my point.
Okay.
I had a
there was a point.
There
somewhere.
was a point. Trust me, we were going somewhere. I had a fantastic law professor, and he was white, and he practiced civil rights law in the 1960s, and he said to me, if you are going to do defense work, and you are not prepared to go to jail on behalf of your client, then you don't need to do defense work.
Yeah.
That means you are not zealously representing your client. So when I raised my right hand to take an oath to be an attorney, I had that in my mind because I knew that as an attorney, there was a possibility that a judge is going to want to hold me in contempt because I'm zealously representing a client, or the judge felt like I should back down from a legal position or from a factual position, or back down because I'm a female, or back down because I'm a black female. And I felt like, no, it's worth it because all I'm going to do is expose you as an unjust judge that needs to be removed from the bench. So I kind of felt like, hey.
You're like the Jack McCoy on Law and Order.
Is that what it is?
Because he was always in the jail. Jack's in jail for contempt.
Oh my God.
Mr. McCoy, we're holding you in contempt.
Oh my God.
But
you know what? Talking about Jack McCoy, let's talk about the contempt on your governor. Your governor went on Fox News, and he's supposed to be such a knowledgeable governor.
Is he?
Let's talk about.
I never thought him as a knowledgeable governor.
Let my
I just thought
producers.
he was a good old boy.
I'm gonna need my producers to roll tape.
Thanks, Lawrence. It is America, the land of the home and freedom reigns.
Yes.
For now, it is.
Everyone
The brother's
makes mistakes.
response was, "For now, it is whatever that is."
Everyone makes mistakes. You
For
have a
that
tendency. You have a tendency of talking about people with speech impediments.
Oh, is that an impediment? Let me tell you something. A country accent is not an impediment, ma'am. Okay? Just like a foreign accent is not an impediment. That man said it's the land of the free. Can you repeat what he said?
Nope. You know, he got a little George Bush tendencies.
Let me tell you something.
Listen, he ain't worse than
We
Joe
have
Biden.
not had a sip the entire
We have not.
episode 7.
Yeah, you see how she tried to get us out of that Joe Biden conversation.
I'm going
he all day.
sip to Governor Kemp.
I ain't sipping to that.
he said it's
Listen.
look.
How about we sip to this? If Kemp does not do the investigation on Victor Hill, then I no longer will have anything positive to say.
Do an
about him.
investigation. You mean do an investigation on the release
On
of
the
the
release
report?
of the report.
Okay.
Yes,
Let me
I
tell you-
stand corrected.
Let me tell you what we're gonna sip to.
Can we sip to
We're
that?
gonna sip to the land of the home and the free of the brave where it rains.
The brave. You're so silly. We'll drink to that.
Please look for our episodes every Wednesday. That is the close of episode 7.
Yes, it is.
And on that note,
we already drunk it.
can we drink again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we'll drink to that. Don't forget to subscribe
You're
to
not
Spotify.
drinking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta drink first. Now you can subscribe to Spotify. You can subscribe. Ooh, that must be strong.
Now
Don't
you
laugh
talking
at
about
my
him.
speech
Look,
impediment. Do
you
not
talking-
laugh. Do not laugh at
See,
my
maybe
speech
he was
impediment.
drinking.
He might
Allegedly.
have. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Sir, just subscribe
Facts not
to
in
Spotify.
evidence.
See, I said it right. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
Google.
And be sure to see our videos. If YouTube would just let them out.
Hopefully on YouTube.
YouTube has our video hostage. Episode 6 was really good. We
It was
promise
so
it was.
good.
And we need YouTube to let our people go.
Let our people
Read
go.
episode 6 before we have to start a movement regarding episode 6.
It's probably white supremacy.
Now we can get to it.
All right. This is the third drink.
Hey. We got to drink to that.